Hello world. Um, Thank you so much for clicking on this YouTube video. I appreciate the time. Um, yeah, I mean, bit of a weird one. Bit of a weird title. Allow me to elaborate. But first, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Owen Patterson. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Canada. I was born in British Columbia, Kelowna. And then I moved to Winnipeg when I was like 5 or 6, and Toronto, and I spent most of my time in Winnipeg. And then I graduated high school, and then I came to BC, where I am now alone in my dorm, studying business administration. It is currently 11:30 p.m. Wednesday, April 15th. My semester is about to end. I'm failing most of my classes. I am broke, but I have big dreams. And I plan on documenting that. But that's skipping ahead a little bit. First, I want to tell you a little bit about my psychology and my goals and how I think and my plan. So let's get into that. So when I was a kid, my parents always hated each other. Even before I was born, before they got married, they didn't like each other. But they had me. Thank goodness they did. Thank God they did. But from an early age, I had to develop ways of over analyzing people, especially my parents. I had a little brother, and I had to be ready to distract him or try and calm my parents down. I was always had to be thinking one step ahead. And that was good. I had a crazy imagination. I still do. But when I was a kid, I remember I was always the ringleader of all the imaginative games that we played, like pirates and stuff. I was always making the stories up in class, and that was because I didn't care, and I was raised that way. But over time, I felt I was kind of corrupted by society in this way. And I began to feel more isolated, and people admired my knowledge of everything because I spent most of my time thinking in my own head, right? They admired my knowledge and my social skills and my intelligence, but I couldn't really form any real connections with anyone. I was always over processing everything, and I wasn't worried about the same things that they were. I was worried about, political issues and big picture problems rather than, what I'm saying or what my opinions are or what other people are saying and how you dress and where you come from or what your sexual preference or your race is or your ethnicity. Those are stupid things to worry about. And I don't know, I guess I felt like I was surrounded by idiots. No offense to everyone. Not talking to you if you're watching this and I know you. Maybe that's offensive to say. I always felt like I was too smart for what I was learning in school. And senior year, COVID was tough, man. 8th grade was awesome, and then bang, we all got sent home and it was a vacation, and then a year and a half later, we were in high school with half the kids on each day. And I was with the half I didn't know, and we were all wearing masks, and I had just spent a year by myself in my room. That was tough. I was 14. That was a tough age to go through something like that. And then eventually all the way up until grade 12, it kind of, summer before grade 12 it was peaking again. I had a girlfriend. It was awesome. I was ready to be a senior. I was finally confident. And then something really traumatic happened. I made a huge mistake. I'm not going to get into it, but it completely destroyed my self, basically. It was very humbling. I lost all of my friends, most of them. I had panic attacks. I hid in the change room. I didn't want to talk to anybody. And then I graduated, and I felt finally free. And I took a gap year. And I worked. I was detailing cars, and it was the worst. It was the absolute worst. I saw my future. I did not want to do that. I decided that I don't want to work. I don't want to be a slave on a planet I was born. I feel like I was built for better things, and I feel like if I don't, then I will die from regret. So I'm going to do it. And what is it I'm talking about exactly? Great question. I'm going to follow my dreams. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. I'm going to do what makes me happy. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to spread love, spread positivity, kindness. I want to inspire other people. I want to inspire others to chase their dreams and say what they want to say and do what they want to do. And other people shouldn't have an opinion on that. That shouldn't matter. I also think that if everyone supported each other, then we would all be so happy, man. And why are we bringing each other down? Like, why is it not cool to try something? Why is it not cool to try and do what you want to do and fail? Like, why are we kicking each other when we're down and making fun of each other? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. I want to change that. I want to pave another exit off the highway that everyone's going down. I want to build another road, an exit, and I want people to follow me. So I'm going to be documenting my summer. I'm going to be making tons of videos. I'm going to be keeping myself accountable. I'm going to be studying hard. I'm going to be working hard. And I'm going to be documenting it. And hopefully winter comes, I'll be putting that thing on and that thing on right there. Those are snowboards, because I want to be a professional snowboarder. I want to have my own brand. I want to be super rich, and I want to have a huge, I want to have power too, you know? And I'm going to die trying. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you so much if you made it to the end of this video. I hope you subscribe. I hope you tune in. I hope you are positive. I hope you are blessed, loved, protected. You got a home, food, water. I hope you're healthy, because I sure am. I hope you're grateful too, and because I sure am. And thank you so much for watching. I'll leave it at that.